What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this. Deontay Wilder, team member, incredibly claims that the comeback is not happening. Wow. World Boxing News reported on Thursday that Deontay Wilder should be back into the ring this coming May after previously speaking to trainer Malik Scott. But citing Scott's words when the former heavyweight contender spoke to WBN in the wake of the second loss to Tyson Fury, the WBN firmly believed that Wilder would be back in training in March for the May return. The date of late spring coincides with the completion of a routine 6-month suspension handed down by the Nevada State Athletic Commission to every fighter who suffers a knockout. As WBN explained, Wilder's loss on October 9th meant he could not return to Vegas until April 8th. Shout out to my cousin. That's his birthday. God bless the dead. Upon releasing the story, Tay Jones, a member of Deontay Wilder's bomb squad, stated that the comeback was not happening, as the WBN said for his spring. Now, whether Wilder is never coming back again was not added to the rebuttal. However, the WBN is already in motion with a follow-up interview with Malik Scott. WBN aims to clarify what Jones meant by not happening in another exclusive with Scott in the coming days. As you guys can see, Tay Jones replying to World Boxing News, not happening. Okay. Previously reports of the Wilder, or reports that Wilder could walk away for good, steam from the Bronze Bomber appearing on Kevin Hart's Cold as Balls show last year. The former WBC ruler questioned whether he'd made enough money and accomplished enough goals to walk away from the sport. Let me counterpunch. One thing I learned going on a couple years ago, that just because someone speaks don't mean that they speak for that person. I mean, take a look back at 2020. 2020, we heard every account of everybody's perspective except Deontay Wilder's. Then we heard Wilder's. Okay, we've heard everything from injury to wasn't injured, to severely injured, to training, to not training at all, extensive training. I mean, we've heard so many different things, right? And this is one of those situations where people need to be responsible for their own actions. Looking at this article, though, with Tay Jones, not happening could mean anything. Not happening now, not happening at that time. Not happening means, like, he didn't say he retired, which I hope he doesn't, because where Deontay Wilder is in his career, he kind of has a career like similar to Triple G in a sense. Because it was like he didn't get those fights. A lot of people, people ran from Triple G, let's be real. Wilder, his career, the best fights, I think, are ahead of him to come, okay? Not behind him, okay? Because of the fights that he had before, if you take away Ortiz and Fury, you don't have much. It's kind of like Fury's resume. But what I'm saying is, the fights that he has in the future, or possibly have in the future, are the fights that will make him more money than he's made his whole career in a lot of those. Okay, you still got the Joshua fight. You may have the Dillian White fight. You may have Usyk there, Joe Joyce. There's a lot of fights that Deontay Wilder could fight, or could compete against and make a lot of money. So just because you hear Tay Jones say, well, hey, it's not happening, don't mean it's not going to happen. And I think the whole thing is, first of all, I think they need to get clarification from Tay Jones of, okay, what did you mean by that? first. Then if he says, oh, and he verifies, like, you know what, he's not coming back. Okay, let's go to another source and see if we get the same information. Because see, in 2020, we were getting that same type shit from different people. It was different over here versus what Bob Arum's saying, what Shelly Finkel's saying, what Tay Jones is saying, what Wilder's saying, what Junior Fa was saying. Everything was different. You know, Rafael Akepejuri was saying, right? Everything was absolutely different. So the best thing to do is get it from the source. Malik Scott's good source. Deontay Wilder, main source. Okay? So I think that's what we need to do before we pass judgment on a tweet from Mr. Tay Jones. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this particular interview. Is Deontay Wilder going to retire? You guys tell me. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.